What helps you go to sleep when you don't feel tired? This is so silly, but I watched the '09 Sherlock Holmes movie with RDJ. Puts my ass right to sleep like I done been knocked out. Bob Ross videos. Cry. I recall there being a subreddit somewhere about Futurama sleepers. Quote, but I pretty much can't go to sleep without playing some show that I've seen 1,000 times in the background. Not sure why it works, but it does. Meditate. Some YouTube guided meditations really help for sleep. ASMR. Not going to lie, shit is super weird. But after a lifetime of brutal insomnia, you have to imagine my eye rolling skeptical, yeah? I guess I'll try anything once, followed by listening to about 3 minutes of someone rubbing a mannequin head's earlobes into a powerful VCR phone. And then waking up 10 hours later wondering what the fuck just happened. It's not for everyone, mind, but being cured overnight of the biggest cause of suffering and poor health in my life means that I feel morally obligated to recommend this to everyone. Thinking about all the gophers I didn't run over in 2005. I just put my pillow on the other side of the bed, and for some reason this has worked since I was a child, just turning around. But I think my friend had a more interesting one. She listens to gay sex. She calls it her lullaby. A technique which I call 478. In 4 seconds you inhale. Keep air in for 7 seconds and exhale for 8 seconds. Also try to relax while doing it. I just look at the fan above me and follow its blade by revolving my eyes, and I slowly get tired of it and fall asleep. I'll post this again. Since I posted this last time this was posted. The part of your brain that regulates sleep likes two things: regularity and darkness. Your room should be completely dark. You shouldn't use anything with screens in bed. And if you must use them at night, use blue light filters. Don't consume alcohol, exercise, eat huge meals, or drink caffeine before bed. Your brain doesn't understand the concept of waking up on different days of the week. It likes regularity. Get up at the same time every day and go to sleep in a dark room every day. You'll get tired when you maintain good sleep hygiene. That's my secret, Captain. I'm always tired. White noise, such as rain sounds. This is going to sound weird, but I slowly say goodnight to each of my body parts, starting with my toes and working up. Usually, I am asleep by the time I hit my chest or so. If I am not, I know it's going to be a long night. Let the Reddit ridicule begin. Closing parenthesis. Count from 100 to 1. Seems silly. Works great. I just make up stories in my head. Sometimes I am in the world of a TV show I like, or in my own little dream universe I made where I have made up characters and such. And eventually I just fall asleep doing this. Edit. May not be that much, but I am actually really happy about 8K upvotes on my first comment ever. Thank you. Cuddling my plushies. I tell myself not to think about sleeping. Just enjoy the nice crispy blankets and soft bed, and I tell myself to try to relax and get really cozy instead, and not to worry about falling asleep. Listening to rain and city ambience on YouTube. Really relaxing. Probably not the healthiest method and not something to rely on, but eating a large meal knocks me out. I am kinda shocked no one said sleep with me podcast. I used to have terrible nights not being able to sleep due to stress and anxiety. But dearest Scooter's dulcet tones and superfluous tangents, his words not mine, have definitely helped me to fall asleep. It's the best podcast I never remember listening to, and I can't recommend it highly enough. Math learning videos. Well, not Reddit, that's for sure. Sent at 2:47 in the morning. Edit. I thankfully did end up falling asleep. And yada yada etc. Thanks for the silver. Recycled AskReddit posts usually do it for me. Masturbate. Pretending to be asleep. Cheesy as it is. Bob Ross panting videos on YouTube. He makes me feel safe and secure. Talking on and on about his animals. I love falling asleep to the funny stories he tells about his paintings. He calms me down a lot when I am feeling anxious or upset, which is mainly the reason I stay up, and I can drift off dreaming about happy little clouds and trees, and a river that Bob fishes in, or well catches a fish, gives it CPR, names it and gives him a little pat on the toot-toot and sends him on his way LMAO. Edit. Oh wow, gold. I guess as is customary I thank the person for it. Well, thank you. Thinking about the big sad and cry myself to sleep. Melatonin. Alkanal. Staying up more on my phone on YouTube or Reddit. Warm whiskey. I do this thing that the US Army does. They start from their feet and only focus on one body part at a time. They completely relax their whole body section by section, and then once completely relaxed they try not to think of anything and fall asleep in about 10 seconds. It used to take about 20 minutes for me to fall asleep by just laying there with my eyes closed, but I tried this last week and I fell asleep straight away. Edit. By the way, I'm only 14 and my only source about the Army was my friend's dad in the Army, so I don't know if it was just his regiment, but for anyone saying that this isn't true, I don't know for sure if it's true for the whole military. Edit 2. I said I was only 14 to let some of you know that I wasn't actually in the Army and it's not first-hand experience. The fact that I have no job, no money, and no girlfriend. Answer questions on this subreddit until you fall asleep of boredom this year. Nothing. That's why I am on Reddit from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. before my 9 a.m. job. I learned a trick recently that helps me a lot. I count backwards from 99. Slowly. The key is to do it slowly. And I cannot emphasize the importance of that enough. Think the number. Then take a pause that feels a little bit too long before thinking the next number. Then take another pause. 99. Pause. 98. Pause. 97. Pause. 96. Pause. The lowest I've ever counted is into the 60s or maybe the 50s before I fall asleep. Often, I am sleep before I am through the 80s. Sometimes I'll lose track of what the next number is because I catch myself falling asleep. So I'll start over, and I always fall asleep quickly after that. Again, the key is to count backward. SLOWLY. Before I started doing this, I used to toss and turn in bed for hours trying to fall asleep. But this knocks me out in minutes. Maybe you're wondering, why start at 99? Why not 100? Quote, if I start at 100, I hear Bono's voice from the rattle and hum version of Bullet the Blue Sky, saying, slapping him down. 100, 200, quote, which eventually leads to, am I bugging you? Don't mean to bug you. From silver and gold. And that bugs me, which makes it even harder to fall asleep. God damn it. So, I start at 99 instead. Because fuck that. Weed. Basically I convince myself I've given up and go on my phone or play 3DS and make a plan to read something or play to a measurable point, so that there's something that I want to stay awake for. Something that sleep would interrupt. Puts me right the FK to sleep. And I am never sure if I should be glad or annoyed, lol. I play some stories in my head. Like you're suddenly a character in your favorite series and what would you do and stuff. Valium. How it's made. That shit should be called how it's melatonin. Get up for a little bit. Don't stay in bed for 3 hours when you're unable to sleep. Also get off your phone. I'll usually listen to some music. on low volume, and just focus on that rather than focus on trying to sleep. Reading. It's kinda sad, but I've realized books put me to sleep now. Even if it's an exciting book. Edit. Many people are asking, so I'll explain here. Reading is not sad in itself. I love reading. I think it's sad because reading started to put me to sleep. So I now read much less than I used to as a kid. Oh, and thanks for the shinies. Kush. Masturbation. Seriously? No one? Focusing on my breathing. Breath in is 1, breath out is 2, and so on. Get to 10 and start again. If my attention drifts, bring it back to breathing. Alternatively, come up with a topic and go through the alphabet for things related to it. Like city names. I very rarely get through the alphabet. I have imaginary conversations with fictional characters. Sometimes I vent or ask for advice, guidance. Sometimes I give it. Sometimes I antagonize the monsieur. Sometimes I am a character in their universe, part of their story. Sometimes I am still me, but I got stuck in their universe somehow. Sometimes I appear early in their story and have foreknowledge of their adventures and meticulously plan out how to minimize their tragedies. Eventually I am dreaming. The military sleep procedure. Here's how to do it. Relax the muscles in your face, including tongue, jaw, and the muscles around the eyes. Drop your shoulders as far down as they'll go, followed by your upper and lower arm, one side at a time. Breathe out, relaxing your chest, followed by your legs, starting from the thighs and working down. You should then spend 10 seconds trying to clear your mind before thinking about one of the 3 following images. You're lying in a canoe on a calm lake with nothing but a clear blue sky above you. You're lying in a black velvet hammock in a pitch-black room. You say, "Don't think, don't think, don't think," to yourself over and over for about 10 seconds. The technique is said to work for 96% of people after 6 weeks of practice. My dad taught me a technique that works well for me. It's kind of weird and spiritual. Because of where we experience most of our senses, especially eyesight, we tend to exist from our heads. Like, our awareness comes from our heads. When I can't sleep, I try to exist within my belly. I try to make my awareness come from the middle of my body. It's incredibly relaxing. Alright, that's about it for this video. Remember to smash that like button. Leave a comment telling me your favorite answer from today. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell so you never miss a video. I'll see you next time.